everybody, to the Master Heart family, our dear, just beloved family. I love our Mondays together. And see, Deborah there has namaste in bed. And we were just talking before we started a namaste, and that means the divinity in me meets and greets the divinity in you. And oh, does it ever. And you are going to love our time together that we're going to be inviting later on Archangel Chamuel, the Archangel of Unconditional Love. And how appropriate, right? Everything just plays out magically when you're aligned with all that is. And so it's right by Valentine's Day is tomorrow, and so we're talking about heart and how wonderful that is. And we're just an amazing group here, that spiritual family. I was telling somebody this morning, I said, yeah, I just love my dearest family is my spiritual family. And my kids are doing their own thing and they don't listen to me, all of that good stuff. But my spiritual family, we're similar minded and able to really enjoy the fruits of this life. And I wrote each one of you. It's kind of funny on text messages that one person wrote back who was new to the spiritual family and went and said, "Oh, hi, this is so-and-so," and gave me all this explanation like she thought I was some robot or something. I said, "No, it's me. I just talked to you the other day." And so that message, to just embrace and for us to understand. Let's just take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Again, biblically, it says that for the word spirit means breath, and it's just the fastest way. And it doesn't matter, by the way, we have all religions from around the world on with us. And it doesn't matter what religion, that there's one God. And then God comes in many different forms to us in many different ways. And for us, that we have now been granted the greatest gift. This is a rebirth for us to rise and renew ourselves. And this is our time, baby. This is our time. Don't you just love it? We're stronger than ever. We're united together. That it's a chance now. We've been given the opportunity to unleash the giant within us, to become our greatest possibility, to be who we really are. And who are we really? We are just pure love. And so when we take down the ego, take down our guard, take off the chains and locks, take down the fear and the worry, the comparing. Whenever you're comparing, you're sitting with the committee, and the committee will take you to the stairway of hell, as we've all experienced. But our higher power, when we're connected with God, and we take the stairway to heaven. So we have the choice to live in heaven or hell, right here and right now. And so when we take all of that stuff off, if you will, and we just be who we really are, which is pure love, made in the image and likeness of God. So beautiful. So with that, I wanted to start again. We'll invite Archangel Chamuel in a little bit later. But who'd like to share some good news with us? What miracles have been happening? What's been going on in your lives?
Well, I have to say, tomorrow will be 48 years ago that my wife and I went out on our first date.
Oh my gosh, that's fantastic. Congratulations.
Yeah, it's incredible. That much time went by, and I'm only, I was 3 years old when we met.
Yeah, we're just years young.
There you go.
You're Dr. K, you're just years young, and we're all just getting younger every day and better looking. I love going over my face and say, oh, I just have this smiling, happy face and getting younger and looking better. And my face becomes irresistible, and just say those fun things to yourself, because then they will. Whatever you ask for, God hears, whether you want it or not, and answers your prayers. So we might as well just talk about the things that we want, that we desire, that we love. And like Dr. K loves his wife, and 48 years that first date. How amazing is that? Thank you, Dr. K, for sharing. Other good news? Hey, Joy,
I
yeah,
wanted to share something. So normally when I wake up every day, I have my phone next to me and I read the Joy Shop. But one particular morning I woke up and opened up my email instead.
yeah.
And it was like a subscription for something that I hadn't, remembered about. So it created this trigger in me where it was like, it just kind of dropped my vibrate. And then after that, just I watched the morning as, I came downstairs, everything was messy and it triggered some more. Then I saw a broken dish so I realized how important the Joy Shop is, and starting the day off with like high vibrations. It's so, so important not to look at a text or email as soon as you wake up, which was always my immediate before I wake up, check my text messages or whatever. But I wanted to once I realized that, I was like, okay, I need to wake up every day and immediately read the Joy Shop, because that really sets off the day in a better mental space versus, something that can trigger me. And then I have to spend the day trying to get back up again. So I wanted to share how important and how amazing the Joy Shop has been. So
Yeah. And and you just, it just shows on how you get this, Mom, as far as you said, my vibration went down. And remember, we have the vibrational list here of the high vibrations, the low vibrations. When you're at the high vibration in joy, you're with God, you're with all it is, you're with the archangels, that the heavens have parted for you, and all of us have the ability to be there. And so it's a great reminder to all of us, and really to be clear, what the Joy Shop is it's a way to, just the perfect way in order to really set our mind straight, and then also to become deliberate creators. Everybody's a creator, okay? But most people aren't very deliberate in what they want. In fact, we're real good about what we're going to wear, how our makeup is going to be on or whatever, but we're not very particular. Most people, not of course the Master Heart family, but most people aren't very particular in how they think. And remember, it's been proven by science that our thoughts create energy, our emotions that create matter, M-A-T-T-A-E-R. And this is why thoughts become things. Of course, they forgot God, and that emotion then is a signal that we send to God. And God has answered all our prayers. We just need to allow it. We need to believe it. We need to have faith, belief in God, that God will deliver. And when we do, then the thoughts will come. And so when you're at that high vibration, and when you are deliberate and you are asking for, 3 things in the Joy Shop, ask for what you desire. Most people are asking for what they don't want. I hope there isn't bad traffic. I hope I don't lose, my team or a client, or whatever. They're thinking all this stuff. I hope I don't get into a fight. And whatever I'm thinking about, fight, lost, then God says, all right, I'll answer your prayer. I'll give you what you don't want, because God loves us so much that we have the freedom to be able to choose on how we lead our lives. And now we're leading our lives where it's majestic, that it's beautiful, that we can just be skipping along our lighted path. So that's beautiful, Mom. Thank you. Yeah, and to get back to our desires, and then it literally improves the way that you think when we think about what do we appreciate. And so we're so used to thinking about things that we can't control or whatever. I went and visited my grandchildren as I do every Sunday. I brought them big, huge Valentine balloons and super big, huge balloons of football. And they were just ecstatic, having fun. And so we're running around, and I'm Tickle Monster. Sometimes I don't like Tickle Monster. I'm Tickle Monster, run around tickling them. And I said, Tickle Monster is gone today. And they went, oh. I said, yeah, it's Valentine's, Tickle Monster is here, and start running. We're having a great time. And all of a sudden, my oldest son and his wife, they start telling me about their concerns. And again, whatever we're concerned about, we're going to get more of. And they go, you heard about the balloons flying around over the US. And I'm thinking, you're concerned about balloons flying over the US? And then I thought, oh, I bet the media's just made a fiasco of this whole thing. And I knew nothing about the balloons, okay? Because number one, I don't watch the news. It doesn't do me any good. I can't control those balloons. Now, I pay lots of money every year to the United States government to do crap like that. Figure out, shoot them down or whatever they're going to do, okay? And so a really good thing and something to write down is don't ever think about something you can't control. And so, yeah, the news is pretty obvious, but there's other things that maybe you don't control so well, like people real close to you. And because you have these buttons and, don't push my button, you're the one that made the button. And that's in your vibration. And so, but you can always control your thoughts and how you feel. And the most important thing to do is to feel good, because that's where God is, at joy. And again, that's why, we do that. Did someone say something there?
Yeah, I've got two things.
Oh, great, Ross. Thank you.
Two for one.
Oh, boy, lucky ass.
Well, first of all, I met Cherie yesterday. She's on the call.
Oh, my gosh.
Lovely. We had such a good time.
Oh,
And she gave me a scan.
okay.
I know that a lot of you do this scanning. So
Yeah.
that was really good. And the second thing that I wanted to say
Yeah.
was that I almost thought about something that I regret. And I thought, no. No. Go forward. Think only about what you have now in front of you and where you're going and what you want. But that almost, So, but I came back from it so quickly. I was very happy.
Oh, my God.
Very happy that I could let go of that regret. And
Yeah. We don't own any of those thoughts. They're just made up in your head. So whatever you regretted was another person, and they're not thinking about that. They're living their life. Why don't we live our life? And Ross, for you to awaken. So, this is really about us awakening and realizing who we are. And next week, in fact, we'll meet Archangel Jophiel, who awakens, illuminates our mind. And so, we really have two examples here. Mom realizing that, hey, when I don't start my day out deliberately on the way that I want it and how I want to think and how I want to feel, that, wow, can I tell a difference? And Ross caught her thoughts and realized she doesn't own these. We don't own these. The committee wants to have you own that guilt, that you have. What did you call it, Ross? What was it? Not guilt.
regrets.
Regret. Yeah. Our regrets that there's nothing to regret.
Right.
And so when we really are at one with God, then we realize that everything brought us, everything that happened in the past brought us to this moment. And this is a magical moment. We're all in heaven right now. And we all have the power to be able to do that. So that's beautiful, Ross, and to catch it in, kind of the guideline is, as long as you don't think about something for about a minute, it's not going to create a signal to God, if you will, so the prayer won't be heard. That's why you want to invest, at least a minute on a topic, if it's building your business or your health or your relationships, that, you really want to dive in there and read deeply and get into it. So congratulations, Ross. That's just,
Thank you.
Yeah. And you sent me some messages this weekend, Ross, that just were so beautiful about who you really are. And it's all about when we just start thinking, God doesn't care if you were thinking about the past, if you're thinking about now, and the future, whatever you're thinking about, God's going to take that prayer and answer. And so why not think about what's going good in the present?
Exactly. I could have spent an hour talking about this one regret, but instead I can spend an hour about what I'm going to do in the future. So
Yeah. And now think about that. So, and again, this is for all of us. We got some regrets up in there that we have. Deborah Crystal and I are writing her book right now, and we talk about losing our babies and then realizing that how they're alive and well, everything played out perfectly. And so not to get into all of that, but just to know that, there's just this life is just so beautiful. And I think of Ross, if she would have invested, or spent is the word there, spent an hour thinking about regret, first of all, that God matches it and gives us more of it, our cup overfloweth. So if I have regret, that God will then have me feel the same way. So it doesn't have to be about the same topic or whatever, but God's going to make me feel that way, and it feels bad. And remember, that's our communication system. God says it feels bad, and so thus, that means I'm not thinking about this the way that God is, that there's a blessing in this. And so find the blessing. And then the final thing on Ross's amazing, incredible statement that, if you spend an hour on it now, just think how many hours we have spent in thinking about things we regret, we don't like, whatever, we don't want. Basically, the bottom line is they're just things we don't want, don't like. And all of that precious time could have been used, the gift that God gave us in this incredible mind, to go out and create our dreams. We birth our dreams through the contrast, and then there's nothing that God and all of us want than for you to realize your dream, because we know how good that feels for you. We want you to feel it. And so for you to rise up and realize, man,
it was wonderful. Just leave it.
Leave it.
Wonderful.
You're in control of your life now. No longer is the damn committee in control of my life. That's good. Yeah, I'm in control. Yeah.
Hey, hey everybody, and hey Dr. K, congratulations on your anniversary tomorrow. That's exciting. And Ross, love hearing from you as always, because regret is something that I've had a lot of my life, and realizing it during this book process with writing it with Dr. Hank and being almost done, one chapter away. I realized there's nothing to regret. It was all so beautiful, everything that happened, with the loss of a child, to the people that came into my life for a season, to all my struggles with addiction, to everything. I wouldn't be here on this call, able to, tell everybody about it and to teach it and to share with people that there's always hope. There's always something on the other side. And I went through that valley, and now it's like the stairway, to heaven is what we're calling it. And the the $1 million business card, and all these things that are lining up, that are just coming true into my life. It's just absolutely beautiful. And it's really helped my mindset with things. Like, for example, in writing this book and timing, I hear from my father who, he's in his mid-70s, and he reaches out to me basically saying goodbye. It was like a week ago or 10 days ago. And then he starts just saying he is progressive. He found out he has some disease. And he kept going on, and I started going on a Google rabbit hole, like in the beginning for a minute, listening to him and how worried I was. And then he started sending me all of the stuff I need to know about him, to, Google files and documents and records. And I'm just like, I can't. So I did reach out to Dr. Hank about it. And it's just, as my mindset changed about it, I feel like his did too, as well. I haven't heard that I'm going to go there next month to see him and bring up my, my my soul baby, my past baby, Mason, who's always with us, and Mira, and my husband. So we'll go there and just be there with love. And I only want to hear what I want to hear. I'm not going to let him take me down that Google, rabbit hole. And I know he's always with me, and that finishing this book, I think is just a lot of it's dedicated to him. And so, yeah, it's just everything flows. And
That's beautiful.
I would never think like this if it was like last year and this was happening. I would be preparing for the worst, and the worst would come,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. We can change people, because you mentioned dis-ease. It's exactly what your dad has. It's dis-ease. And if we just become easy, then we just flow with life, walk with God. And so for you to go up there, you don't have to say anything to him. It's just your vibration. He'll say everything. And you just send him love and well-being. I had someone last night contact me who I don't know, knows me, and said, hey, I need some help. My son is 22 and he's really in bad shape, and I'm worried about him. And I'm thinking, oh yeah, you do need help. You're sending him worry, And then he said, and now I'm unhappy. And I said, yeah. See, when we buy into what's going on in the world, their opinion of it, because everything's going fine for Deborah's dad, and that and she will actually have a better experience now, and also Deborah knows that we really haven't lost anyone. We haven't lost the children. Deborah has 3 children. That's what she had. We haven't lost our grandparents or whoever. That we can call on them anytime. We have eternal life. And so there is no loss, there is no death. And so this will help Deborah to increase her belief with this, but also she just goes with her vibration now. And you become irresistible. You become greater than dis-ease, and you're happy. And as we thrive, the whole world thrives. And remember, when you're connected, as we're all connected, that's why we're on here together, that as we're connected, one person, just one of us, is more powerful, more loving than millions who are not. That's how powerful, but it's this loving, and so we use power, but it's really love. And that's the highest of the high for that. The highest energy that creates is that loving energy. And we can go there now. We can ask for that energy. Beautiful. Thank you, Deborah. Beautiful. Yeah. The stairway to heaven. We all have the power to live in heaven or hell right here and right now. And we've decided to live in heaven right here on earth. God. The kingdom with that. Other thoughts, comments?
Dr. Hank, this is Cherie. I'd like to say something.
Yeah.
First of all, Ross, it was so nice meeting you yesterday. And my first inclination when Ross sent me her home address to meet at her house, and that's before even realizing that she was on this call, because the committee runs my life, right? I was like, go to her house. I don't know her. What if, and then I started thinking all these, crazy thoughts and so on. But then I had to take a deep breath and say to myself, okay, this is coming from a good place. Deborah connected me with her. So I need to stop being irrational, and it's okay. Everything is going to be fine. So I am tired of having the committee run my life, because for so long the committee has taken over my life. And I have to thank you so much for giving me the joy look verses
Joy
to
chat.
read every day. The joy, yes, because I've been reading that nightly and in the morning, because the first thing I wake up, the committee has taken over again. But I said, I'm going to beat the committee. I'm not going to have the committee rule my life. I'm tired of it. And so I'm focusing on the positivity in order to attract positivity into my life as well. So, as you say, leading with love as opposed to leading from a place of fear and anxiety. So I'm very conscious of the committee, and I hope to fire the committee at some point.
Yeah. And so Cherie is relatively new to, in fact, we just talked live one-on-one just on Saturday. And so she's a little new to this, already has awakened to this. And that as far as firing the committee, love it. Again, we don't want to give it too much energy, so just bye-bye. And we just go to the want it. And so just think about it. And yes, it's positive. A better way to make it more intimate and more to define it and understand it when it's there is the wanted or the unwanted. And the way to know the feeling is when I feel bad, it's the committee. And so I'm not going to give the committee any power. And Ross so eloquently stated on how she gave up the committee. So welcome, Cherie. We just love that you're with us and just adding so much. In fact, in that discussion, Cherie, you mentioned to me an angel, and would you mind sharing your story about the angel you use to help you as a mother?
Sure. So my daughter's name is Gabrielle, and I always tell her that she's my blessing, my angel. So I only have one, and I had her later on in life. So she's my blessing, and I always say that to her. And it's so interesting because um, Archangel Gabriel is the angel of communication. And my daughter is allowing me to communicate more openly, more honestly, and from a place of peace. And over the weekend, her conversations to me were just so honest and open. Like, Mom, I don't like when you do this or when you say this, it makes me feel this way. Because I always tell her, no one can read your mind. If you're not honest and open with how you're feeling, then I don't know how to navigate the discussion. And so she's forcing me to even take a look at how I am as a person and how I communicate with others. So she's my angel.
Yeah, yeah. And you have Seraphina also?
No.
No. Oh, okay. Okay. Sorry that, yeah, it must have been, I guess I had a conversation with someone on Saturday that was just talking about that angel. And so, yeah, but we love your angel and communication.
Yeah.
You're exactly right. Archangel is the angel of communication, and how wonderful that is. having that. Just a comment about the Serafina, that I was talking with someone on Saturday, and she and when I was just kind of introducing myself, and I was saying things like, "It's my channel with divine intelligence," and this is the first time I've talked to this person, don't know this person at all, and who knows what they may be thinking as I'm talking this. But remember, I don't care, and we don't care what other people are thinking. We care what we're thinking, what we're feeling. And so I was coming from my authentic self, and I said, I channel with the archangels, and I said, what did you like best about that? And she goes, "Oh my God, I love the archangels." And she said this Serafina, and Serafina is, and so this is just incredible. It's like dominoes. Everything is kind of a twin sister, if you will, to Chamuel, who we're meeting today and going to be with today, but where she uses this angel is to help her with her motherly duties. And so every time she's freaked out about her mom, or about her motherly duties with her kids, whatever, she calls on the archangel. She always gets answers, solutions. The kids all of a sudden change. Just miracles are happening all the time as she calls on these angels. So know that this presence of that, who really is doing the work, who's creating the thoughts to you, who's making you a magnet to attract the people and the circumstances. It's not your hard work. It's not your sacrifice. Never sacrifice for anything, anyone. Stop sacrifice. You don't need to do any of it. You just need to ask, and the Father will do the work. And so with that loving energy, and realizing that there's this unseen yet felt loving energy that we call God. And there are many kind of different ways, components, things to call upon God in ways in order to help us. And so of the 7 archangels, that Archangel Chamuel, what I call my 4th archangel, and I was introduced by Archangel Michael in this order, and Archangel Chamuel is unconditional love. And she's this pink loving energy, and I have a pink shirt on. I know it doesn't quite look pink, but it is. And so let's call her in, and this is a personal relationship that you're going to now have with her. And so this is your experience. So I would suggest that you close your eyes, and let's breathe in deeply now. And breathe in. And breathe out, and just relax. Let the day go by. Breathing in, and breathing in that beautiful pink, unconditional, loving energy of Chamuel. As you blow out, just blow out anything unwanted. And breathe in. And we now call Archangel Chamuel, this beautiful pink energy, to flow now into us. That we ask for your unconditional love now to come in. And speaking for her, I now come into your mind. And I take with the magic wand, and I take your thoughts and turn your thoughts to unconditional love. This is who you are, and these loving thoughts shall flow through you as you call and you simply ask, invite me in, and you shall have better feeling thoughts. You'll have unconditional love towards every thought, and towards everything and every person and every experience that you have. I now go into your feelings, and your beautiful feelings, that I now raise your feelings to that of love. That any unwanted feelings, that I now use my magical wand and they dissipate in the thin air. And I now bring that into your body, into every cell of your body. I bring ease. I bring unconditional love, that pink angel dust. Just feel it flowing in you now. In every cell, in every blood vessel, in every system in your body, every organ of your body. That when you see, you now will see as God does the world. You will see the love in the world. When you hear it, you'll hear us angels singing. When you smell it, you smell the sweetness of us. When you taste it, the taste of us. Everything will taste better now for you, will smell better for you, will look better, you'll heal it better, you'll touch better throughout your entire body, your entire nervous system. That I now put into your cells, into your body, unconditional love, and now heal you from the cellular level up, and you are now healed. You are now free. You are now filled with unconditional love. And now we go to your inner being, your soul, fill it with unconditional love. For that's what it is. And that's how you now sense it. And you feel the love of your inner being. You now ask for your inner child to come in, and you just now give it all of my unconditional love to your child, your inner child. And you shall now play like a child, think like a child. You shall come to me as children. And now your past, that, oh, you have different eyes to look at the past. And you see in the past, you see the blessing, the unconditional love you share and show, and now put on that past and those past people, of that regret, of that shame, those past experiences, that you sprinkle my angel dust on it, and it turns into this divine loving energy of unconditional love. You see the blessing in your past now, and you see the blessing in you now. And I now go into your beautiful hearts. Oh, your beautiful heart, that the remaining locks and chains, I now use my magical loving wand on it, and they melt away. Your heart is open. Oh my, you feel your love, the love of you, the essence of you is now shining, and it's shining out to the world. So everything that is in front of you, the people, the what is that's going on, your experience now, you see the love in you, you see, and with unconditional eyes, you see and you give all the people unconditional love, your family, your loved ones. Just send them unconditional love right now, and they feel that. They aren't even conscious of it, but your love spreads to them, and it spreads to everyone that you know, and everyone that you're going to know now. That you are raising your vibration to that of love, to that of God, to that at oneness with all of us. And you are now just magical, this beam of light, of love that shines out to the world now. You are the uplifter. And everyone you talk to, they just feel this love of yours. You uplift them. Every person, every circumstances, everything that happens, every event that happens in your life now turns golden. Pure, pure love. When your future now is paved with this pink road, this beautiful pink road that you now are walking up the stairway of heaven. And it's these pink, beautiful, unconditional love stairs that you are walking on now. And these stairs actually go down. They're so easy. They flow with life. And they bring you all the things that you desire. And you see everything in your future now with love. You see your bright future now. You just love on how this is so, and that you have made it so because of your all-powerful thought that we have given you, because we love you. You are our children, and we care for you, and we shall guide you now and support you and love you to all of your beautiful, cherished dreams that you have, all of your desires that you have. And now you take your unconditional love, and together we send that unconditional love to God and all that is, to all the 7 archangels, to divine intelligence, to all those that have walked before us. Send your love now to your ancestors. They love you. And now you realize that everything that they taught and through the generations that they taught, that you now embrace that, love that, and now move to an even higher loving level that lifts them up, that lifts all of us up because of who you are. You are now leading with heart. And just feel your heart open up so wide now as never before. This pure love, giving it to yourself, to all that is, and to the world. And I want all of you now to form a circle. The Master Heart family, form a circle and hold my hand. And we begin, then we look at each other in this circle, and we just beam out our love from our heart. We beam it to each other and just feel our love beaming out, hitting each other, feeling so good, so in love with all of us together at one. It's who we really are, this pure, pure love. And we now begin to spin, to dance together in this circle, this beautiful angelic circle, and it just raises us up as we lift up now together to the heavens, to all that is, to the oneness that has always been there. And now we greet and meet it and see the divinity in us and every one of us. And we now know and have the faith and the belief that we simply can ask with this unconditional, loving thoughts and feelings and self. And that you unconditional angels and God Almighty and the Father doing the work brings us our desires and our dreams. And this raises us up even further and raises every person that we think about, every person that we meet, that we are connected with, that we lift up the world. We are so happy and we feel so good. And we now thank Archangel Chamuel for coming into our experience, for lighting us up, this beautiful pink just flowing everywhere within us and all around us and through us. We give thanks for the new and the true perspective of who we are in this world and all that is. And this is now done. And we give thanks. Amen. And I invite you back into your chairs, back into this world. You're in this world, but not of this world. You're pure love. Mm. Mm. And you can open up your eyes and welcome this beautiful life. Woo! So what did you like best about that? How you feeling? I feel good, like I knew that I would. Yeah. Woo! Boy. So.
Now, what I liked about that is that there's no real reason to get angry.
Bingo.
No reason. I mean, I think it's a waste of time.
Yeah, there's no reason to be angry, mad, upset, fearful, to feel lack, limitation. There's no reason. We just weren't seeing it the way God sees it. And now we will, and you'll start seeing it. You'll start seeing the blessing in everything. That's beautiful. And you know, Ross, yeah, it's not only a waste of time, it creates more of what we don't want. And it's like, hey, I'm not going there anymore. I'm not going to go there. Instead, I'm just going to be happy. Yeah, other thoughts? Thank you, Ross. What did you like best? Anybody see?
Peace.
Yeah,
Peace.
peace.
Just really, really brought everything down. Just peace.
Yeah, beautiful. Joy, you inspired so many people last week when you were just talking about, how everything's just coming into play now.
Yeah.
And you're just happy now. And some people asked me, so he doesn't have any contrast? And I said, oh no, he loves the contrast now.
It's really easy to shift now.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah.
To shift to what you want. Sometimes looking at it as turning, where do I, what direction am I turning to? Am I turn the other cheek? That, am I turning the direction of what I don't want, or turning the direction of what I do want, and of that love? And that word unconditional, it's so powerful because it means just what it says. There aren't any conditions. That there's no reason. People try to find me, but Dr. Hank, you don't realize this person, Uncle Joe, or this prospect, or whatever. You just don't understand them. And I understand them well. I haven't met them or anything, but I can guarantee you, God's never thought one thing that you're talking to me about that person. You go, well, there must be something wrong. Yeah, there is. You're not thinking about this the way that God is, And so to feel that peace. And I think you had also said, Joy, just to enjoy ourselves, just give up the battle. Don't have to be in this battle anymore. You're just making it all up. It's all in your head. So why not just make up the stuff you want? And then you'll see it will start coming. And joy as money and relationships and just amazing opportunities that are coming out of the blue. And and so I always say, hey, if Joy can do it, we all can do it. That's the inspiration. And when one of us can do it, we know that, hey, this is possible. And not only possible, it's easy. And so, and so some people said, well, what do I need to do? And so here it is. Feel good.
Dr. Hank, one of the things that I was kind of tough to implement was putting down the adult and just understanding everything's a playground. That's all we're doing is playing here. And we can play where we don't want to play and get those results, or we can play where we want to play. But once I was able to put down that adult and just play, my son, he's 26, and he tells me all the time, Dad, I'm more mature than you are. And I go, good. Guys, I want to realize and live through that, though. And that's what's been happening lately. It's like I can put down the grown up and just, it's play. That's what we're doing. We're playing.
Yeah. And that grown up is all made up, bad stuff, and so good for you, Joy. That's a good indication on, when your kids start telling you, I'm more mature than you. Woo! I'm the one playing, I'm the tickle monster, and I'm this kid playing. And that's why today we had freed our inner child a month ago or so, but today we just lit up our inner child again. You can go play, go have fun. People love being around people that are playing and having fun. And those that judge you, who do they have working for them? Their committee. And most people are led by their committee, and it's no big deal. I'm not going to honor anybody's opinion, and other than the opinion of God. And how do I know what that opinion is? On how I feel. And so when I feel good, I know that what I'm thinking about on this subject, that God's with me, and I'm on my lighted path. I'm on
my kids say that I'm not realistic.
What's that?
Good.
What was that, Russ? I missed it.
My kids tell me I'm not realistic.
I
don't understand. I don't understand.
Yeah, fantastic. Yeah. And that's that saying that, people say to me, Dr. Hank, why don't you get real? Quit flying around with these angels and, get real, and face reality. And
exactly.
I'm never going to face reality. I'm going to create it. We are the creators, the co-creators with God. We ask for it and then we allow it. And then the fun begins. And so have fun, enjoy this, lighten up, know that all is well. You are just pure love. And when you go that way, that you'll see in all the business, all the money, all of whatever you want, it'll come to you easily and quickly. Easy money, easy life.
I feel like this is leading into a song.
We've invited our hearts in. After me, we've invited our hearts in. Now it's time for our dreams to begin.
Now it's
time for our
dreams to begin.
We love our Master Heart family.
We love
our
Master Heart family.
As we now walk together merrily.
As we now walk together merrily.
We are now leading with heart.
We are
We
now.
are now
Leading
leading with
with heart.
hearts.
And this is how we live smart.
This
And
is
This
how
This is
we
how
live
we live
smart.
smart.
Sound off.
Sound
Sound
off.
Our Master Heart family.
Our Master
Master
Heart
Heart
family.
Sound off, our Master Heart family.
Sound
Sound off. Our Master
off.
Heart
Our Master
family.
Heart family.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Yes, yes, yes.
Well, just a delightful time, everybody, that I love you. And that Valentine's Day, you know how perfect. It's tomorrow, and you're going to be the best Valentine in all the land, in your kingdom. And so we each have our kingdom, and we just made our kingdom prosper as we sit in love and our love. And we give thanks to Archangel Chamuel and all of us who are playing together in this game of life. Love you all.